I'm not the best expert on how all the ins and outs of the different apparition sites that are going out through the world, but I think what's most helpful to the average layperson is that you can approach any apparition of Our Lady with belief. Now, in fact, actually, Pope Benedict XVI, when he was a cardinal and a prefect for the Congregation of the Doctrine of Faith, one time talked about that we cannot just set aside private revelation thinking like, oh, that's optional. No, it's not required that we believe in a certain private revelation for our salvation, but in essence, if God's speaking, we should listen. And we could have a legitimate reason for not listening to this or that apparition, but what is required is discernment. I need to pray about and examine the facts and decide whether or not I believe in good faith that God is appearing or acting in some way through these different places. So I think that's the good way to approach it, is with faith and openness to God, and ask Him to help you discern it. There are other priests or theologians like Dr. Mark Miravalli who can give you more fine-tuned, detailed responses about how to discern Marian apparitions, but I think the fundamental thing is we should expect that heaven does want to speak to us, and we should try to exercise some discernment, right? We don't want to be sort of apparition chasing. Like, that's a bit of a problem. Not because Our Lady isn't speaking, but we can get to a point where we care more what an apparition says than the gospel. Whereas the apparitions of our Lord and Our Lady and of the saints are intended by heaven to lead us to a deeper relationship with God and living the gospel. So let's approach them with faith as God speaking to us in our day, so that we can be deepening in our relationship to God, and through Him respond appropriately to the events that we are living through.